Good morning, my fellow Chibits. Today I'm here to bring you an anime review on Sailor Moon Crystal. Currently about 4:30 a.m. at the time of me making this video. Very, very early, and I feel wide awake and ready to go for this day of anime. So, this episode of Sailor Moon, I really like the setup so far. So from what I see from this episode is we have new enemies, we have like a little bit of a plot building up here with Black Moon or UFO type things coming down from this other planet, and Black Moon is trying to get the legendary crystal, and you have this new girl that was introduced at the end of last episode, Chibi Usagi, which I'm still trying to peg on who she is, but I have a couple of theories I want to get into. But this episode, for the most part, was clearly just set up for whatever arc we're currently getting into. I mean, I'm going to call this the Black Moon arc. I guess that's what I would probably call it, since I haven't actually read the manga. I don't know what the arc is called. So I guess this is the Black Moon arc. And for the most part, my first impressions of this arc, it seems to be building up into something very good, and I can't wait to see exactly what direction they'll take it with this Chibi Usagi. So, Sailor Mars gets, taken at the end of this episode. She's now a hostage to the Black Moon, and I'm like, oh shit, that's not good at all. So, she is going off somewhere, God knows where in the solar system, and that means that the Sailor Guardians are already down one person. So that's not good at all. So, yeah. Now, I wonder exactly what Black Moon is. Like, are they like a spin-off of the Moon Kingdom, or is it like just another type of kingdom, like, I guess similar to the Moon Kingdom? I mean, I'm kind of curious about that, because is there other people out there in the universe that's just like the Moon Kingdom and the Black Moon? Because it makes me think, like, is there alien races out there and stuff? I mean, I'm just really curious about that, because for them to introduce this other, like, race from, like, another planet or something, like Black Moon, it makes me question, is there other things out there? Like, is there other kingdoms that are on different planets way off in the, space somewhere? Since we do have, the Sailor Guardians, Mars, Venus, and all that type of stuff, and I guess we can assume that there might be more aliens coming from outer space and stuff like that, which I'm looking forward to. But anyways, getting on to the topic of this episode. So, Chibi Usagi, I really don't know how I truthfully feel about her. Like, she's a very cute and kawaii character. I like her design. She's very similar design to Usagi. I said that last week. I said, like, she looks exactly like Usagi, but with a different hair color. That's pretty much what she is, and she's smaller. And I personally believe, after watching this episode and looking back at the last episode, I still will retain to what I said. I believe she is like a little sister or something to Usagi. Like, I don't know exactly who she is, but she has the legendary crystal for some reason. Like, she has, like, this legendary crystal we get to see a quick glimpse of in this episode, so I'm like, okay, why does she have, like, some form of legendary crystal in this episode? Like, what the fuck? So, I'm guessing she might be, I don't know. I mean, she came out of nowhere. She just appeared out of nowhere holding a gun, and then she acts like she needs to do something. So, and she blames herself. She was talking to Tuxedo Mask in this episode, like, oh, it's my fault and stuff, and then she stopped talking. I mean, yeah. So, I'm trying to wonder, like, exactly what is she? I believe she is the younger sister of Usagi or something. I mean, maybe from the past. Like, not currently now, like, currently the actual sister of Usagi now, like, blood-related. But I believe she might be, like, the younger sister of Usagi that was in the past or something. Maybe we have yet to see her in the flashbacks and stuff like that, and she is, an old member of the Moon Kingdom. I mean, that's where I'm going with. Like, that's what I think is going on with this Chibi Usagi. But regardless of that, I don't think necessarily she is a bad character. Like, I mean, I don't think she's a bad villain or anything like that that's going and trying to steal this legendary crystal from Usagi. I don't think she's necessarily evil. I think she has her own goals in mind, but I don't think necessarily she's evil. So it's kind of like how Tuxedo Mask was kind of introduced to the series. I think that's exactly how she's being perceived. And so, I wonder what role she will have to play, because she's definitely going to be important. Since she was introduced in the end of last episode and this episode, and it's the start of a new arc, she's definitely going to be really important to the series. So, I wonder what type of role she will play in this upcoming arc. Now, animation quality of this episode, it was great as usual when it comes to Sailor Moon Crystal. You can tell that Toei Animation loves pushing their budget into Sailor Moon, besides other series, which I wish slightly they would, but I'm glad Sailor Moon Crystal is getting the budget it deserves. There is some slight animation derps when it comes to sometimes, like, for instance, Usagi, when it comes to far off, back, screenshots of them, but when it comes to up-close personal shots, all that, and the action scenes, usually the animation looks really good, so no complaints on the animation art style, in my opinion, of this episode. So music-wise, we actually have a new song play for about maybe 5 seconds in this episode. Like, I heard a new song that I haven't heard before play in this episode, and it makes me wonder, are we going to get new soundtracks this arc? Like, I mean, usually when you get into a new arc, maybe the studio or anime studio wants to introduce new songs, so hopefully we get some new, you know, awesome Sailor Moon soundtrack theme songs and stuff in this upcoming arc, because I'm looking forward to that. I mean, I do like Sailor Moon songs that has a dark vibe to it, depending on the situation, and I wonder if we'll get any more, you know, soundtracks like that in the future, because I have been told by a bunch of you Chibits that this series is quite dark, and I can't wait to actually see some really nice, good, awesome music in the background, because Toei Animation usually knows how to select some really kick-ass songs when it comes to certain anime, so I'm looking forward to that. Speaking of songs, are we getting an opening? Like, a new opening? Because we still have the same original opening from the last arc, and I wonder if we're going to be getting a new opening at all. Because, I mean, I like the opening song, don't get me wrong, and I like the ending song. I was looking for, you know, something new. I mean, a new opening song to represent this new arc and stuff. So, hopefully we get a new one, I really do. But, overall, this episode, it sets up the Black Moon, gets us more characterization on Chibi Usagi, how she fits in with Usagi and all that, and Usagi doesn't trust her. You have the ending plot where Sailor Mars is taken away, and that's pretty much this episode. So, tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.